What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I kind of hang my head in despair. Why do I hang my head in despair, you ask? Well, a previous video I basically put out a couple weeks ago, I was so proud of myself that I thought I fixed an intermittent overheating issue, but I soon to realize that I didn't fix that issue. What the heck is that? Of course, the fan's not turning, is it? Nope. Son of a bitch. So obviously there's more of an issue than just that plug. I checked the fuses, checked the relays, everything's still good. I'm not getting why it's not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip it apart again. This vehicle does have over 180-something thousand miles on it. Thinking maybe the fan is, the brushes in the fan or the fan motor is starting to go. Overworking the system, getting the plug to the point where it started to melt. I'm not sure. We're going to look at it. I'm going to dig into it right now. So to answer the question from a previous video, can I get a 2.4 Ecotec to stop intermittently overheating for free? No, I cannot. So we can stamp a big fat fail on that one. Let's get started. Hopefully we'll figure out what the problem is today. The fan was like literally $50 on eBay. This here was from Amazon. It was about, I think, $10 to $13, something like that. This is the male for this little pigtail here. After that video, I did take this apart, and I did notice that they have some kind of jinky shit going on here with all these wires. How they got them, they got the hot and the ground. They got the hot and the ground connected together with something in between. If you guys know what this is, leave a comment down below if you would, because I have no idea what they're doing here. But I mean, GM's a lot smarter than I am, so they must be doing something silly or whatever. So yeah, that's basically the parts that I got to hopefully fix this problem that I have. I'm going to save you all the little in-depth deals. I'm going to get to the point where I'm sliding the fan out. So this way it doesn't bore the hell out of you watching me struggle getting shit apart. Take a flathead and just push it in between the fan and the clip and just separate them. To be honest with you, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah! Once you get them separated, they should just pop right out. It wouldn't be that bad if everything wasn't so stuck in there. Dong Yang, made in Korea. How am I not surprised? So what I want to do is I want to put some power to this and see if it actually works. Not always the fan work, but it sounds fine. Alright, so I don't know, folks. I ohmed out the motors. The motors are fine. There's nothing wrong with the motors. Everything works. The new motor actually has more resistance than the older motor, which has my mind boggled. So I don't think it's the motor. I don't know what the issue is with this. In the last video, 118 degrees turned the fan on. So I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna start the vehicle without the fan, and I'm gonna monitor it, and I'm gonna check to see if I got continuity at 118 degrees. I just triple checked the fuses, triple checked the relays. I don't know what it is. It might not be getting the signal from the ECM, but I know the temp sender is working because it's notifying me in the car of the temperature of the engine. So I know that's working. Why it's not turning the fan on is beyond me. What I might just do is, and it's not the correct way of doing things, but I might just hook it up to a switch and turn the fan on manually. I know something I have to remember when I shut the car off to turn the fan off, but I don't know what's causing this issue. I mean, nothing's checking out. It could be just an ECM is screwing up. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. All I know is I need the vehicle to go back and forth to work. So I got to do something today to make sure that this thing is not going to overheat. So. All right, folks. I'm going to start this thing up temporarily. Everything is connected. My upper hose is connected. So this way it's not going to spew hot lava all over me. Hot lava! Okay, I even hooked the test light up to the plug. To the fan plug to see if it's going to send power to the fan when it's supposed to. It's currently at 59 degrees and there is no lights on, as there shouldn't be. Once it hits 118 is when the light should come on. Alright, the engine is now at 118. Let me see if I have any power. According to this, it's not turning it on. This is what I'm talking about. Car right now is at 147, and I have no power. I have no power to this. This is my stump face. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. So yeah, I decided to run the fan to a manual switch. I ran the wires through the firewall using butt connectors to connect to the switch. I'm the kind of person that likes to switch the ground instead of switching the power. I found a good ground underneath the dash to hook the switch to. Drilled the correct size hole in a nice accessible area for the switch. I took the $13 Amazon plug that I spoke about earlier and wired it directly to the switch, power and ground, using the heat shrink solder butt connectors for the best possible connection. Especially if it's going to be under the hood, I like to wrap my wires in wire loom. Makes it just a little bit more protected and a little more safer. Plugged in the plug to the back of the fan. Realized the fan was upside down like a fool. Switched it the right way and gently put it back into the cradle. After a few choice words, of course. I got myself an inline fuse holder to accept a 30 amp fuse. So this way the power is fused, so if there's any issues, it'll pop the fuse instead of burn the rig down. Nice and neatly putting everything back in the fuse box. Voila, power and fan. Now, after seeing that, I bet you're thinking, wow, what a hack. And you're probably correct. But the point is, I don't have the time to start digging into online forums, yada, 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 to see what's going on with this situation. Check the motor of the fan, which was good, but I replaced it anyway. Might as well put the new one in. I checked to make sure that we were getting continuity, and we weren't. When the temperature went to 118, we weren't getting power. I know the temperature sender is good because it's giving me a signal in the car. It's telling me what temperature the motor is throughout the heat cycle. It made it easy, 1, 2, 3, and we put a switch. Maybe it's not the correct thing to do, but it's fused, it's got a good ground. I mean, what else can I do? If you've come across this and you know what the issue is, please feel free. Leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. I'm on Instagram at a.patriotstouch. I'm also on Facebook and TikTok at A Patriot's Touch. Come check us out. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on A Patriot's Touch. Have a nice day. And let's see what this pile of shit has to offer. So let's get started. What a pain in my sack.